Morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our maths lesson today. You have been working incredibly hard all week on your maths, including on numbers and with your counting. You've just been amazing superstars. Keep up the brilliant work, everyone. Today, you're going to need to make sure you've got 2 10 frames. So if you are not able to print those out, it's fine, you can just make one. Maybe you can even make a 10 frame outside with some sticks or twigs or something and do your maths learning outside today. And you also need to make sure that you have counted 20 objects again that are small enough to fit inside your 10 frame. So because I'm just going to be showing you with the little 10 frames on paper, I know that these counters are perfect for that. You might have something nice and small that you can use. Just make sure that you've got 20 of them and know how amazing you are getting at counting now. Okay, everybody, let's get warmed up. Show me you warming up your hands. Oh, put them on your face. They should be nice and warm now. Okay, let's go. Question 1. How many dots are on the dice? Question 2. 4 add something makes 10. 4 add something equals 10. Have a think. Question 3. 10 equals 3 plus something. And question 4. How many more counters do we need to make 10? Look at the 10 frame to help. Let's go through the answers then. Pause now if you've not quite done those and have a little bit more time doing those. Question 1, let's count the dots carefully. How many did you get? There's 5 on one dice and 5 on the other dice. Altogether that makes, amazing, 10. I'm just going to write 10 there so you can check that you've written it really accurately. 4 add something makes 10. So I'm going to put my 4 into my head. I'm going to count on to 10. This is also a number 1 to 10. So you might think, oh, I know that. But just in case you don't, we're going to put 4 in our head and count on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many is that? 6. Of course it is, because 4 add 6 makes 10. They are perfect dancing partners. Okay, question 3. 10 equals 3 add something. Remember, we've just flipped over the whole and the parts here. Just is exactly the same as saying 3 add something equals 10. So put 3 in your head. Let's count on from 3 this time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many fingers? 7. Because 3 add 7 equals 10. Okay, super. And question 4, how many more counters do we need to make 10? How many counters are in the 10 frame now? Did you get 8? Brilliant. How many more do we need to make 10 then? Let's draw them on. Remember, 10 is a full 10 frame. 1, 2 more. So the answer is 2. I am sure you're giving yourself 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks and a big smiley face for your super warm up. Brilliant. So today, boys and girls, we're going to carry on looking at the same idea we had the other day, which was making 10 to help us add. And we, the other day, saw Tiny the tortoise, and Tiny loves adding on to 10 because it's a bit easy. But sometimes we have questions where we have to add on to numbers that are near 10, and before we get all confused, an easier way of doing it is to make 10 first, which is what we did the other day. We're going to just go over that again today, but using our 10 frames. So let's have a look. So in the 10 frames at the top, we have 10 counters, add 5 counters. And 10 add 5 more is 15. Amazing. Right, now what we were doing on Tuesday is we were having a look at how we could use that information to help us with a slightly different sum, because really we made 10 first. So let's have a look at the question underneath. We've got 9 in the first 10 frame and then 6 in the second 10 frame. So we've got 9 add 6. Amazing. What will I do with that yellow counter to make 10 first? Okay, I am going to, did you say move it? I'm going to move it to fill my 10 frame first, because the 10 frame with 9 in, if I fill it and move that yellow counter over here, I'm going to draw an arrow so you can see me moving it across. I'm going to move it into here. Wow. And I'm going to draw one. It's gone into there now. That's the yellow one. So it's not in here anymore because I've moved it. Then I can see that is the same as 10, because there's now 10 in my first 10 frame and there's 5 left in my second 10 frame. So 10 add 6 is, 9 add 6 is the same as 10 add 5. If I move one counter from the smaller pile to the bigger pile and make 10. So 9 add 6 is also 15. Well done, everyone. So I'd like you to pause the video now and try and think about what these 10 frames here are showing us. It would be really good if you could put some numbers onto your 10 frame. So let's have a look. We've got if 10 add 2 equals 12, then 9 add 3 equals, can you put 9 counters onto one 10 frame and 3 counters onto the other? I'm going to do it as well. Right, I'm ready. Are you? So I've got 9 counters in this 10 frame. I know that because I've just got one gap. And if that was full, it would be 10. And I've got 3 counters in my second 10 frame. Okay, I'm going to be trying to show that I know the answer to 9 add 3 by making 10 first. So I know that if I put one more counter in here, that will make 10. So this is the one that I'm going to move. I've turned it round so it's a different colour, just so you can see that it came from this 3. And now I've moved it to the 9 to help me think about it a little bit more easily. So now I have just moved my counter from one pile, from one of my numbers, to the other number. And now I have 10 add 2. 10, 11, 12. Can you do that with your counters and explain why they are the same? You haven't taken any counters away. You haven't added any. You've just moved them from one pile to the other, making a 10 to make it a little bit easier for yourself. Well done. Okay, this time let's have a look at this next question. I'm going to change 9 add 4 into 10 add something. So I've got 9. This time I don't have 3. I'm going to make sure that I've got 4 in my second 10 frame. Can you pause the video and make sure that you have 2? So 9 in one of your 10 frames. and 4 in the other. Now I'm going to make it into 10 add something. I'm not sure what. Am I going to take away any counters or objects? No. Am I going to add any? No. What am I going to do? I'm just going to move some so that I can make a 10 and make it a bit easier. So no adding, no taking away, just moving. Okay, we're moving from one group to the next. How many do I need to move to make 10? Just one. Amazing. So I'm going to do the same as I did before. I'm turning this one over so you know it did come from this 4, but I'm going to use it to make my 10 now. And now we can see that 9 add 4 is the same as 10 add 3. And 10 add 3 is 13. I'm just drawing an arrow here to show you again where I've moved that counter to. We've moved it from the 4 into the first 10 frame, and now it belongs in there. So 9 add 4 is the same as 10 add 3, which equals 13. 9 add 4 equals 13. And 10 add 3 equals 13. We're just getting so confident with numbers that we're starting to do all sorts of special things with them. Well done, everyone. Using your 10 frame, I would love you to have a go at this one and record yourself moving your counter to make 10 and explain what 9 add 7 is the same as. We can actually do this with different numbers as well. Doesn't always have to be a 9 in the first sum to help us make 10. Let's have a look at this one. Make sure your brain is switched on to super mode because this is going to take just a little bit of extra thinking, but you can do it. So let's have a look. We've got 7 add 5 first of all. So I'm going to make 7 add 5 in my 2 10 frame. Let's have a look. So I'm going to put 7 into my first 10 frame here. Can you count with me? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 5 in my other 10 frame. Can you do the same with your objects and your 10 frames? Can you first of all do what I've just done now? Put 7 into one 10 frame and 5 into another. Just pause the video while you get sorted. Okay, and I've also done mine onto my 10 frames now on my real 10 frames. So I've got 7 up here and 5. Okay, boys and girls, mathematicians, are you ready? We are now going to make 10. Remember, we're always trying to make 10. So, going to be a little bit more moving, isn't there? Are we going to add any? Are we going to take any counters away? We are just moving some along. How many counters do I need to move to make 10? I'm going to try and fill this 10 frame because this is the biggest number. So how many counters do I need to take from this 10 frame to help? I'm going to move some along. I need 1, 2, 3. So I am going to move this one. I'm just turning them over so you can see that these are the ones that have been moved. 2. And 3. Now I've made 10. Amazing. Pat on the back for me. But what have I got left in my second 10 frame? So now I've got 10 add 2. So 7 add 5 is equal to or the same as 10 add 2. Remember, make 10 first. So let's see. We'll draw that onto here. So there was 7 in here, but I've moved 3 from my 5 here. So this one would move. I'm just going to draw on. This one's moved to there. This one has moved to here. And this one has moved into here. So now I've got 3 more in here, which makes 10 in here. And then left in this column, this 10 frame, is just 2. So 7 add 5 is equal to 10 add 2. And they both make 10, 11, 12. 7 add 5 is 12 and 10 add 2 is also 12. You're just amazing. So today you're going to have a go at practicing this again using your 10 frames. Remember the trick, always make 10 first. You don't add any, we're not taking any counters away, we're just moving them from one 10 frame to the other to make a big 10, Tiny's favourite number, and then see how many you've got left in your second 10 frame.